All right, I want to go back. It's not in the slides, but I want to go back to page 126 and talk about the NAR for a minute, because there is something that is very specific that you need to understand about the NAR. The NAR is the National Association of Realtors. All right? Think of it like a union. It is the union. Now, the NAR has a reserved word that they use called realtor. All right? And the correct way to use it is realtor, all capital letters with the trademark symbol at the top. So it looks like this: capital E, capital A, capital L, capital T-O-R. What's that spell? Realtor. You ugly. You got no alibi. You G-O-I. You ugly. Realtor, all capital letters. That simply means that they are a member of the NAR. Okay? Because you could have this word, which is broker, which did not join the union. They are still a real estate professional that can get paid a commission. They just can't call themselves a realtor. These are most of your big name commercial people, Cushman and Wakefield and all the others that don't use the NAR, so they're not technically realtors. They're real estate professionals. They can list property. They can get paid a commission. Remember everything we've talked to. Remember what I said to get paid a commission? You had to have a real estate license. Didn't say you had to be a realtor. Had to have a license. Think of it as getting a plumber's license and then joining the union. You can still plumb. You've got a license. You just haven't joined the union. The reason people join the union is because the MLS only works with the NAR. The MLS is the multiple listing service where we list our houses. So Cushman and Wakefield, that sells like the AUL building, do they need the MLS? No. So they don't join the NAR. So they technically can't use that word. So for about 4 or 5 years, I only did commercial property. And I would tell people, oh, I sell commercial real estate. And they're like, oh, you're a realtor. Okay, if that's what you want to understand, but technically I was not. Once again, more words that the common people use that you have to understand what they're saying. Because I would talk to you and go, hey, I'm not a realtor. I can still sell property and list it, still get paid a commission. I just didn't join the NAR because I don't need the MLS. All right? In the NAR on that page, there's a whole bunch of subgroups. This is not a test that's going to ask you name what the GRE is or anything like that. Just realize that there's a whole bunch of them. If you're a left-handed albino real estate professional, there's probably a subgroup in there for you. All right? The largest group is called the Women's Council of Realtors. The largest subgroup is the WCR. This is a female-dominated sport. If you don't believe me, guys, look around and look in the room. Number of females to the number of males. It's about 67 or 68% female. So we all picked the right profession. No, just kidding. All right, so understand that. The NAR has a code of ethics. We are not going to go through the code of ethics. You will go through this with your broker when you get there. But they have a system of ways that you treat other realtors on top of real estate license law. All right? So there is 17 code of ethics requirements. Number 17 is the newest one they have instilled that says we cannot sue each other. We have to go to arbitration if we have a dispute. We have to go in front of an arbitrator and plead our case. The whole idea is to get us to work it out rather than take a fellow professional to court. All right? So there's all kinds, and you'll go over those 17, but we're not going to do those now. All right, the last thing I want to touch on for this chapter is this thing called the Am I going the wrong way here? Where am I at? There's the NAR stuff. We'll put it at the end. How about that? Yeah, see, here's all these CREs, the CREI, all this. We don't really need all that.
What did you say the percentage of,
I don't know it doesn't matter. It's a larger portion of females. It defines a code of conduct within the industry. They put this at the end. But what I'm looking for is this. The do not call registry. Here's a case of technology has kind of outpaced us because we don't even really make phone calls much anymore. Now we email, send text, all kinds of stuff. The do not call registry was designed to obviously keep you from eating a dinner that was peaceful because they kept calling in. I don't know about you guys, but when we were growing up, we had a rule, you just don't answer the phone. You know, hey, we're at the dinner table, let the phone ring. Now that bothers me, let's create a rule because I don't want to be bothered. All right, so the do not call registry is created and managed by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. It is a list of telephone numbers that consumers have opted in to put their phone number on. It is a do not call list. It is not a do not fax list or a do not email list. Those may be other things. And it was originally installed for do not call your home number. Many people have put their cell phone on it claiming it is a home number, so that's a whole different thing. There are 4 people that are exempt from the do not call list. Ironically, the first one, the government. Let's make a rule. Then we're going to go exempt ourselves from it. Surveyors, people making a survey. Hey, we got a survey for a census or whatever. Nonprofit organizations, like the Goodwill. Hey, we're going to stop and pick up clothes. That would be a nonprofit organization. And collection agencies, which are the one you want to hide from anyway. No, just kidding. Now, there are 2 caveats to this. The first caveat is, if they are a past client of yours, you can deal with them up to 18 months, even if they're on the do not call list. So for up to 18 months, if they are a past client, you can still call them under the guise of, I'm checking on the service, or do you need to upgrade it, things like that. Now that 18 months really doesn't do us real estate professionals much good because people sell every 7 to 11 years. So it's way past that time frame. The other caveat is if someone makes an inquiry to me and initiates it, I can now call them for 3 months. So if someone calls and says, hey, I saw your sign on the corner of whatever, we're looking for a 4-bedroom, and I'm like, ooh, that's only a 3-bedroom. They're like, okay, I'm not interested. Thank you. Have a good day. Next week, I list a 4-bedroom house. I pick up the phone and go through my list and call them back and go, hey, I listed a 4-bedroom, and we're on the call list. Well, you called me first. You initiated this call, so I can call you up to 3 months. And now that I know that it upsets you, I will call you every day just for fun. No. Now, there's also a caveat to the caveat. If they expressly tell you don't call me anymore, even though it's been within the 3 months, you have to not call them too. Hey, you called me first. I found a 4-bedroom. Oh, well, we're working with another agent. I don't want you to call us anymore. Okay, now I got to quit, even though I'm still within the time frame. So the 2 time frames you need to know is past client is 18 months. If they initiated the call, it's 3 months. Both of those can be terminated if they say, stop calling me. All right? Yes. Matter of fact, the registry, question was, is it public? Yes, it is public. And as an agent that makes phone calls, you're supposed to buy the do not call list so that you can check to see if any of your lead phone numbers are on that list. You can't call them. All right? And there are a couple of them that, like, you get one zip code for free, and after that it's $5 a zip code. And every time you make a call, you're supposed to check that list to make sure that, 317-123-45678 is not on the list. Is there a 123 area code? Or the first three digits? 555-123-4567. That would be a cool number. Yeah.
So where do these, because for Keller Williams, I've been going to seminars that help you manage time and how to plan your calendar and stuff. And they constantly are talking about these 20 phone calls you have to make a day.
Right.
Where do these numbers come from?
Where do the phone calls that Keller Williams talking about? First thing you're going to create what they call a sphere of influence, and then people that you have met along the way, their business card. That's where that number comes from. Even though they gave you a business card that's not an invitation, you're still supposed to check. But once again, this is a home number. So if you're calling them on their cell or at work, that's a whole different thing. All right? Yeah, you are supposed to sit down what they call the top 100, write down 100 people that you know, and then you write your phone number out for those people, and then you categorize those people as who's most likely to move, least likely, and then you call the most likely to move. It's called a sphere of influence. That's who you work first. All right, I think that's going to do it for Chapter 8. I think we're good. Have a good day.